Hey guys, it's Dave, or aka Old School in my previous life. How are you guys doing tonight? Happy Monday to you. We survived another one. Or is it Tuesday? Holy crap, it's Tuesday already. Where have we been? Wow. Time flies when you're having fun, right guys? Alright, so we got a couple more slight changes to the stream here tonight. Every night when we come on live, I'm hoping to have a little bit extra something going on, whether it's intro videos or something around the background or some sound effects, or who knows. We'll keep adding things a little bit here and there as we go on. Tonight we're going to be rocking some old school arcade action, and we're talking really old school. We're talking Atari Asteroids. We might do some Ms. Pac-Man. We might do some Green Beret or Galaga. You know, some of those kind of classics. Last stream we played through Dungeons and Dragons Tower of Doom. That was pretty awesome. It took us about, what the heck was it, like hour and 10 minutes or something like that to get through. It was kind of insane, but yeah, we made it. So today, what else is going on today? If you guys are stopping by, let me know in the comments or something else what your favorite arcade games are. I think what I may do is take a look at some of those things in the future and maybe base some streams around that and play some of those games. You know, some of those games, you know, some are real turds. And, you know, maybe we'll have one night dedicated to turds or something like that, you know. Tonight's stream is not brought to you by Mountain Dew, but we're drinking it anyway. Maybe someday those guys will sponsor us here. Make some money off drinking Dew. You know, I drink enough of it every day, but you never know, the random Coke or other products may show up on the stream. So, Mountain Dew, Pepsi, here's your chance. You heard it here. We could do some exclusive chug-a-lugging of your product. Just waiting for your word, man. Anyway, let's get to it. Let's get some games going here. Whoa, I got to work on that transition. That may be the other thing that we start working on very soon here. All right, our new slogan here at the 80s Old School Arcade is, there it is right above me. Let's replay history. Just kind of came up with that tonight, and I kind of like that. So let's replay history. All right. If you guys have any issues with the audio, let me know. Actually, we're going to pause that for 1 second. There we go. Had to make some slight adjustments on my end here. So, Atari Asteroids, 1979 Atari. Love the panel layout of this with all the buttons. You know, no joysticks involved. Pretty much anytime you're playing Asteroids on emulation, at home, on older consoles, you're always using a joystick at that point. And I gotta say, buttons are the only way to play it. And you know what? We're not using buttons tonight. We're using the gamepad anyway. Once I get my arcade machine going, then you can believe we're going to be playing this with buttons. So awesome game. Asteroids had a sequel, Asteroids Deluxe. Pretty similar game, but it added a little more difficulty. It took the hyperspace away, replaced it with shields, and added some new bad guys. I don't know if they have technical names, but little diamond shapes that when you shoot the diamonds, they come beelining right for you. So glad you guys are hanging out with us tonight. Like I said, the question of the night, and you can post this down in the comments, or if you're on the stream, feel free to chime in. But what is your favorite arcade game? I'll give you my top 3 throughout the stream here. A little hint, Asteroids is not in the top 3, as much as I like it. One or two of the games we play tonight may actually be in the top 3. One of the games in the top 3 definitely will not be played tonight. But here's a hint on that one. The game that's not going to be played tonight was released in 1983 and runs off of Laserdisc. I mean, that probably gives it away right there, but and another hint on that game is probably has releases on more platforms than like any game. Besides, like, I don't even know if Pac-Man has as many releases. Bump, 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 bump. Gotta love the little Jaws style music in the background, right? Oh yeah. Come on, baby. Yeah, we're not doing... Whoa. Whoa. So the weird thing about Asteroids is the respawn. It's not respawn friendly. It can easily respawn you right in the path of an asteroid. Asteroids Deluxe is a little more, whoa, a little more forgiving that way. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. 16,290. That's not too bad. All right, let's do this one more time, and then we'll switch up to some other game. Bum, 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 bum. So yeah, how many buttons did the original Asteroids arcade machine have on it? Take a quick poll here. And when I say poll, we'll just let you guys answer it, because I already know the answer. Ah, boo. Alright, so the asteroid cabinet has a left button, a right button, a thrust button. Oh, I'm gonna die. Has a fire button. Has a hyperspace button. And it has two more buttons. It has a 1-player start and a 2-player start. So how many is that? There's left, right, fire, thrust, hyperspace, player 1, player 2. So seven buttons on the control panel of an Asteroids machine. And since this was so quick, we're going to play one more. Bum, 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 bum. Whoa, that sucked. Thanks for having me on your screen, guys. I'm honored to be here. I wouldn't be here without you guys. Well, actually, I would be, because we're streaming. Whether there's anyone here or not, but that's what happens when you talk too much. So that's my whole theory on streaming is... Alright, let's rock this. My theory on streaming is... I'm playing the games anyway. Might as well be streaming, right? Might as well share with the world. This is a dangerous place to be. Another pop quiz. Where's the safest place to be in a game of Asteroids? As far as positioning on the screen. You got it, the middle. You can hover around the middle. You don't necessarily want to be towards the outside because the asteroids wrapping around the screen all the time. Yeah, not a good place to be. Alright, so we got about 5 games in here, filling up the high score chart. We're going to flip games. We're probably going to come back to Asteroids in just a little bit. But we're going to flip games and play something else here. Let's see. I'm going to flip over to the Be Right Back screen because we'll be right back actually in about 30 seconds. You guys know what that sound is. Good old Galaga. Do a little sound check here. Yeah, sound looks okay here. I think we're going to tweak it just a tad though. We're going to raise it up. All right, let's do this. My best game of Galaga? I don't know. Maybe level 22, 23. Honestly, I have not played this in a long time. Alright, so let's get back to the topic of favorite games of all time. My top three, not in any particular order. One of them you're actually looking at right here. Right over there. Galaga. One of my favorites. Hello, rarest Aphrodite. Welcome to the show. Good night. I'll stop up in a bit. Someday you'll meet rarest Aphrodite. Now that we're over on YouTube. This is the Bonnie to my Clyde. She gets in trouble with me wherever we go. Normally where you'll see us the most, as far as streams go, playing Apex. Got her kind of hooked on Apex a long time ago. I think it was even like season 1. Since the beginning we've been playing that. There we go. So nowadays we're both level 500. You know, what are we in, season 8 of Apex right now? Oh! Everything's going to crap. Alright. Let's try this again. Alright, let's see if I can not shoot my ship this time. You know, that is the same... That is the same thing I did last game. I meant to actually kill myself. I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take a 3-minute break, and we're going to come back with some more Galaga. We'll flip back to a little bit of Asteroids, but we got a couple other good classic 80s games for you guys. Let's hold on for just a few minutes, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, we are back. Came back with a little snacky snack. Who likes those things? Nothing says pull out your fillings like a good Swedish fish. I'm sure the dentist loves these things. Whoa. So earlier we were talking about our favorite 3 games, and it's kind of interesting. One of the games is a toss-up. So this is one of them. This is one of the 3. The toss-up goes between Ms. Pac-Man or Street Fighter 2, the World Warrior. Actually, not the World Warrior, because that's the first one. It's going to be Street Fighter 2, the new Challengers, the Turbo Edition. I think they introduced the super moves in that one. With the little power meter at the bottom. So that's my toss-up. It's either Ms. Pac-Man or Street Fighter 2. Oh boy. This is like the worst bonus round I've had in like forever. No, no, no. So Galaga obviously is the sequel to Galaxian. It was amazing. I played Galaxian the other day, and I knew it was more slower paced, and it's actually tougher. It's hard to last a long time in that game, but the thing that kind of shocked me the most was that the scoring is so low in that game. Yeah, I am just not doing good this game. Scoring is so low where it's like top scores are like 6, 7, 8,000. Sure, right before the challenging stage too, so. Ah, that was horrible. It's weird because the original Galaxian has some of those more recognizable sounds, at least to me in my arcade as a small kid. They always had the machine right up front of the arcade, and you could hear it through the mall when you're going through the mall hallways. You know, you could just hear that sound that it played as someone's playing it, you know, the sound of the cannon, ting, ting, ting. I think this game was probably most popular with a wide variety of people, from male gamers to female gamers. Like, it's like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's like everyone recognizes Galaga. Like my sister, like, she doesn't know her video games at all, but she knows Galaga. You know, Galaga is the game for her. You know, she's comes over, she's like, "You got Galaga?" Alright, welcome if you guys are just joining us. This is Dave. Welcome to 80s Old School Arcade. We just came up with this handy dandy little slogan here tonight. Let's replay history. I think that's kind of fitting as we play through our old 80s arcade games. So that stuff is history, man. And obviously not to everyone, but that is my history. That's video games is my thing. I grew up with video games. Every part of my life had video games involved. There was never a time where I went through like a dry spell. I mean, sometimes, yeah, I played less video games, like when you're busy raising kids and stuff like that, but always a part of my life, and it'll be a part of my life until I can't play video games anymore. Oh, I almost shot my ship again. God, I know I'm gonna do it again. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Down in the Milwaukee area, which isn't too far away from me. Their Galaga machine they got there is actually I don't know if it's officially modified, but it's got that quick fire where you have your missiles go like twice as fast. Hey, there we go. And I'm not a fan of that one. You know, your average machine, you get 2 bullets on the screen at a time. But this machine, it's like rapid fire. It's like really fast. So I don't know if that's like a hacked thing, if it's an official Namco hack, or Midway, or whoever makes it. You gotta be crapping me. So yeah, give me good old Galaga with the slow shooting gun, and I'm a happy camper. I don't know how I've been so good at shooting my own ship lately. You guys are probably like, yeah, sure, right, he gets to level 22. Not the way I'm playing. This is just a big pile of crap over here tonight. Wow. Pew, 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 pew. Alright, so we're going to make a decision. Second favorite game. We were debating earlier if it's Ms. Pac-Man or Street Fighter 2. I'm going to have to go out on a limb and say Ms. Pac-Man, actually. Ms. Pac-Man has been out on so many consoles. The game took the base core of Pac-Man and just did so much more with it, with the changing mazes and the addition to all the color to the game, and the moving fruit, and the port on the Atari 2600. Let's talk about that for a second. We all know the Atari 2600 version of Pac-Man was a pile of crap. When Ms. Pac-Man came out, oh, that redeemed the Atari 2600 Pac-Man. It was so good on the 2600. The mazes were not the official mazes, but it was so much better to play in every way. The only thing the game was missing, and I've talked about this in some streams in the past, would be that in the arcade game, the ghosts randomly just backtrack. You know, they'll go follow their pattern, all of a sudden they'll turn back every once in a while. Atari 2600, they don't do that. But if they would have, it would have made the arcade, or the feel of the game, feel more like the arcade. But yeah, if you have not checked out that version, do it. Unless you hate Atari 2600, then I would recommend not, but... Alright, so we're down to our last two ships here. Unless we score an extra guy. Wow, we missed them all. That was great. I don't think I even got one group of them. All right. I don't know why that's playing. But anyway, so here's the situation. We're down to our last guy. We've got no spare guys left. We've just achieved level, I think we're on 12. Odds are stacked against us. Our goal is to get to level 20. Because I was talking a big game at the beginning of this. I said, yeah, I can get to level 20, 21. I think we need to prove it. I need to get my crap together. And we're going to make this happen. Let's do it. Oh, that was close. All right, we are doing this. I think there's another extra guy somewhere. 140 maybe? Oh yeah, look at that. Oh yeah. Going balls to the walls, level 16. Extra guy. Oh no. Here we go. This is it. Our last double ship. Last double ship of the game. $17. Oh no. Alright, we gotta ride this out here. Good thing about one ship is you can maneuver a little better, right? Oh, this is gonna be bad. Yeah, he pinned us down in the corner. Alright, so that was a valiant effort, guys, right? I mean, we went from, what, level 12? 13? We hauled ass all the way up to 17. I would say that's pretty damn impressive. Let's replay history, man. Alright, we're going to take a 30-second break. We're going to come back with another new game. I feel like that was a crowning achievement in this game, so we're going to let this game go on that note. We'll be right back. Alright, we got a good one for you guys coming up here. Green Beret, also known as Rush and Attack. No, this, when you're talking tough games, I mean, unless you devote yourself to this game and learn it, it's tough. I think the stage they're showing here is like level 3. This is like the end of level 1. All right, let's get going on this. All right, if you know your rush and attack history, rush and attack, or green beret, whatever you want to call it, you'll know that there is one system that it was made, you know, a port for it, and it was considered one of the most horrible games for that system ever made. You guys know what system that is? I'm sure if you look up YouTube videos you'll find it, but the system that this was made for with the worst conversion, Commodore 16. It was kind of the little brother of the Commodore 64. There we go. So yeah, Commodore 16, rush and attack. Look that video up when you get a second, and let me know. Comment down below what you think of the rush and attack Commodore 16 version. Oh, it's quite humorous, actually. The Commodore 64's port of this game actually was not too bad. It's a little tricky because the Commodore 64 used Atari joysticks, and on the Atari joysticks you only have one button. So I think you had to use the space bar, I think it was, to fire. Oops, that guy jumps. Forgot about him. Yeah, there's a number of games like that on the Commodore 64, ports of arcade games and other things where you just need the spacebar, so it's kind of weird because you got to hold your Atari joystick close to the keyboard and kind of keep one finger off of it where you can just like slap the spacebar, you know? You know, it's too bad the Atari joystick just didn't have one more button. You know, if it had one more button, or if Commodore would have designed a joystick that had a second button, because I know a lot of the joysticks for the Commodore 64 also had one button. You know, it would have made things so much easier to not have to use the space bar for things. Alright, so this is Dave here, and we are playing through a bunch of awesome old school arcade games. We started with Asteroids. We moved on to Galaga. Playing some Rush and Attack or Green Beret right now. I'm not sure why they marketed it under two different names. I'll have to look that one up, but it's kind of tough to play on a controller, or on an Xbox controller at least. This will definitely be on my arcade machine build that I'm making in the dungeon downstairs. Oh, I jumped right into those guys. That was a stupid move on my part. So yeah, we're building an arcade machine in the basement. And it's going to have a ton of games on it. And I'm thinking if I do it right, I'm going to be able to stream from it as well. So it should be a pretty awesome machine when it's all said and done. Probably about 2 or 3 weeks out for that. I don't know why when I play this game, I always think of Spies Like Us. You know, just because it takes place deep in Russia, in the snow-covered mountains. Which kind of has the feel for some of this game. So yeah, tough game this is. Yeah, I remembered that from last time. Let's see if we get another one of those guys. We do. Yeah, we might make it to the through the second stage here. Oh, come on, guys. Seriously? Oh, here we go. Oh, those dogs, you gotta go down. Boo. Alright, we got a little bit of time left. I think we're gonna jump back to a game or two of Asteroids to wrap up the stream here. So I kind of promised we would come back to that. During that game, we'll talk about our third favorite arcade game. If you guys haven't figured out which one that is yet. Somewhere on your screen right now, somewhere all the way from the right side of your screen to the left side of your screen, there's something showing around here that will probably give you a good hint of what that game is. If you're able to see it clearly or not, I don't know. I don't know about that, but there is a hint around here somewhere of what my third favorite arcade game of all time is. All right, we'll be back in 30 seconds, guys. What could it be? I know you guys are wondering, what could that third arcade game be? It's not Asteroids. We covered that before. We just blocked that asteroid with our face. So there was another game called Blasteroids. I don't know if you remember that one. It's kind of like a asteroids, but with different shapes that you have to shoot, and instead of going left and right with the buttons, you actually had like a spinner or a dial controller to play with it. It was okay. It's an okay game. It's no asteroids. I think in that game you actually had to collect shields and like power, like I don't want to call it gasoline, but energy maybe to control your ship. If you ran out, you died. Alright, so third favorite arcade game of all time. Our hints were made in 1983, ran off of a Laserdisc player, which is probably the giveaway right there. And if you look on the wall behind me, I don't know if you can see it in the stream, but we got a real small poster of it there. Dragon's Lair, Don Bluth's animated masterpiece, where you play as Dirk the Daring, trying to save the princess from the clutches of the evil dragon. Interesting Dragon's Lair fact. Ryan Reynolds is on board to direct and I believe to star in a live-action Dragon's Lair movie on Netflix. That was announced mid to late 2020, I believe it was. So I don't know where we are in the project with that. But that's going to be interesting. You know, for a couple of reasons. Number one, it's Ryan Reynolds, and it's hard to really hate a Ryan Reynolds movie. Number two, what'll be interesting is that video game adaptations to movies sucks normally, so sure there's a few exceptions, but track record is not too good on movies based on video games. Number three, which is interesting, is it's live action. It's not animated. I mean, I'm sure there'll be a lot of CGI in it, animated CGI. The only thing I'm really hoping for, I don't care if it has bad writing. I don't care if it looks kind of cheesy. What I'm hoping they don't do, and I know they're going to do it because they always do it, is introduce a lot of new characters that are like primary characters into the movie. Like, you know, Dirk's gonna have to go and rescue Daphne from the dragon. You know, that's gonna be the climax of the movie. But I just hope that he doesn't drag along one of the village kids. You know, or Daphne's second cousin that's there visiting. You know, I don't want new characters introduced to this. Now, if we brought in someone like Daphne's mother, and you found someone that could visually represent her, you know, based on what we saw in Dragon's Lair 2, I could live with that because she would be a major character. I guess as far as the CGI goes, my only two requests there would be make Singe look like Singe. You know, have him have features that say, you know, you look back at the animation, you're like, yeah, that's definitely Singe. They did that perfect. I don't want him looking like the dragon from The Hobbit, you know. I want him to have some kind of characteristics of the cartoon version of him. The only other CGI I'm really asking for it to be good is the Lizard King. Now, you know he's going to be in it. 'Cause he's one of the... You know, there aren't a lot of characters in Dragon's Lair, but Lizard King and that stage has been one of my favorites. Please do the Lizard King justice, you know. So I guess I have a few demands. I mean, my biggest thing is I know it's going to be a cheesy movie, cheese fest. I'm just hoping they nail a few of the things at least. You know, it's going to be weird. How do you do this? Because Dirk doesn't really talk. You can't have a movie where characters don't talk. Now, another one of my wish list items, and come on, get this one. And it's probably not going to happen, but I can dream, right? Is that they take this movie and either film it as like a choose your own adventure kind of thing where you get to make the choices. Kind of like they did with that one show on Netflix that I can't remember the name of it. Or after the fact, you know, say you have a full 2-hour feature film, you know, lots of action, cheesy dialogue, whatever. But after the fact, they actually have enough footage or purposely recreate the Dragon's Lair video game scenes, scene for scene, with whatever CGI animation they're going to use for this movie. And actually release a version of the game based on that. How cool would that be? I mean, probably cheesy once again. But for those of us who love Dragon's Lair, that would be... That'd be pretty sweet. And be able to control Ryan Reynolds on your screen, on your arcade machine, you know. I should send him a message on Twitter and see if refilming all the game scenes would be a possibility. You know, he's not going to answer me. It's not like I'm friends with him or anything like that, but it'd be interesting to see if he replies to that. I would definitely buy that game, as horrible as it probably would be. Alright, hey guys, you know what? It's time to end the stream, and I want to thank all you guys for coming today. And if you guys are watching afterwards, after the recording has taken place, make sure to hit that subscribe button down there and check out all the other videos that I can't even talk, you know. We're going to be pumping out, tons of 80s arcade videos. and we're gonna have a real good collection going. So yeah, subscribe and you'll see when the new stuff is coming out. And yeah, what else can I say? Make sure to throw in the comments what your 3 favorite arcade games are of all time. Like I said, I'm going to look at that down the road and maybe get some good ideas of what to play on some of the streams here. So thanks again, guys, for hanging out with us. This is old school, and I still don't have a good exit video. So let's just flip over and play that one we had right at the beginning, even though it lasts like a whole 8 seconds. And we'll work on that for next time. Catch you guys later.